Joining me right now is Ken McGinnis. We are outside of the sports and rec area. You're the director of sports and area here at the University of Lethbridge. Now, Ken, we're talking about a very important program that you guys just finished up over the holidays, Operation Red Nose. It was successful, but you guys had some challenges a little bit.
Yeah, we did. Let me touch on the successes really quick. It was successful. We had one of the nights was the most nights we've raised funds for Pronghorn Athletics. So clearly the community was engaged and wanted to give back. We had a little over $41,000 total raised. So great, over 500 rides. I mean, there was a lot of positives, but we did have a struggle. New Year's Eve, always a challenge for us, and we just didn't get enough volunteers. Our student athletes are, of course, home for Christmas in the break.
For New Year's Eve, you generally rely on community members for that night specifically, right?
Yeah, we do. Again, the student athletes being at home, it's always almost primarily been community volunteers. We got the message out as much as we could beforehand, waited as long as we could, but yeah, we had to come to a decision on the 31st where we had to cancel it. And it was not an easy decision. It took, we tried to find as many people as we could. We need 20-25 teams, which is around, with managers and phone crew, about 80-85 people, and we had 35. Wow. So we didn't have near enough.
They need, I mean, for the whole holiday season, close to 400 volunteers altogether. That's including the pronghorns. Is there any way that you could maybe commission some of the pronghorns to just be around during the 31st? Maybe some of the ones that are from Lethbridge?
Yeah, you know, that's a great point. What we're going to do is revisit. What we do here in Pronghorn Athletics, we do like a lessons learned or a debrief, and I think that's one of the pieces is let's actually plan for New Year's. We know it's going to be a challenge. We know it's going to be difficult. So let's see what teams are going to be around, what athletes are going to be back, and maybe incentivize it a little bit for our community as well.
Now, Ken, my understanding is that once the news got out there on the 30th that, oh, you know, they have to cancel, my understanding is that a number of community members wanted to come forward, but it was too late because of the background checks and the police checks, right?
Yes, it is. The police checks do slow us down. There is ideally we want a week's lead time to give the Lethbridge Police Service the time that they need. They have been great in getting some done as quickly as a 3-day turnaround, but that's usually asking a favor as opposed to routine operations.
Kind of pushing it. Yeah.
Probably.
So other than New Year's Eve, it was successful. You guys made $41,000. Of course, all that money going towards Pronghorns Athletics to help the athletics program continue.
Yep. Yeah, it absolutely. From my perspective, it was disappointing that we couldn't run on New Year's Eve because I think that's when the community would really like to use it. But we had a lot of rides that were provided to individuals, got them home safely, kept those people off the road. I think from that standpoint, it was very successful.
It was successful, and I'm sure the community is very appreciative of all the Pronghorns Athletics for doing that. Ken, thank you very much for joining us here. We'll have more coming up on Go right after this.